a couple choices. One of them is definitely getting a hybrid, and there's plenty of hybrids out there, one of which is this Honda Insight. The 2010 Honda Insight receives great fuel economy. Not as good as a Prius, but still really good. Let's see if the Honda Insight is better than a Prius. I rented this car using Turo, which is this place where you can rent other people's cars instead of just normal, boring old rental cars from Avis. Turo gave me a budget so I could rent this car. Now for a quick history lesson. The Honda Insight started selling in 1999, which means it beat the Prius to the North American market. This generation of Honda Insight was replaced in the mid-2000s, and this is the second generation. The second generation added 2 extra doors in the back, rear seats, and not as good fuel economy, but definitely a much better overall vehicle. This does follow some of the Honda design language of the time, with these weird shaped headlights here with sharp angles, projector halogen headlights, and the turn signals down here, however, which does resemble lots of modern day Hondas. The Pilot and the Ridgeline both have their turn signals down low. And then you have your daytime running lights here, and then a side reflector. And this grill is really cool. It goes kind of out and then flat and then in again, and it kind of also goes with the headlights, and especially with this bumper here that's the same shape. And the front of the Insight is not very offensive, it's not very exciting either, but it suits the car. Taking a look now at the rear of the Insight, it does resemble a lot of the Prius. You also have these LED taillights here, and on the Insight you have this light bar that goes all the way across. The Prius has this spoiler that goes up instead. This car also has kind of a spoiler, and it also has the 2 tier glass, basically, tailgate, and the tailgate is quite similar to the one on the Prius. Taking a look now at the side of the Insight, it has this lift back body style that has a sweeping line on the roof, or has a sweeping roof line all the way from the middle, all the way to the rear of the car. And then you also have this crease that goes right down the side of the car, all the way from the front to the back, and it even goes through the door handles, which gives door handles this cool shape. Stepping up to your Insight, you have this key here. It's not a smart entry system, no push button start, it's just a simple unlock, lock. And it's actually super similar to the Subaru key for my Crosstrek, which is really strange. That's pretty similar. So to open it up, all you have to do is push the unlock button, and it'll unlock for you, and then you open it up. Taking a look at the interior for first impressions, it's a very strange looking interior, as you can tell from the strange steering wheel and the weird dashboard. It's very strange looking. Now stepping inside, let's first start it up. All you have to do is put your foot on the brake and turn it on using the key. Once the car's turned on, let's first take a look at the gauge cluster. So the gauge cluster is very strange. On the top, you have this cool little heads-up display type style thing, and the speed is actually projected on top. And then in the background, there's this little light that comes on, and it changes depending on how you drive. So if you're driving well, it'll be green, and if you're driving bad, it'll be blue. Moving down to the gauge cluster now, on the left we have this assist and charge area, and it basically tells you whether the electric motor is assisting you, so it's helping the gas motor get powered, or it's charging the battery up using the regenerative braking system. In the center we have a tachometer, and there's a little area underneath, it's a little display, and it tells you whether your door's open or different information, like your fuel's low, and you can switch through it and find out different vehicle features. And then finally on the right here we have your fuel gauge. Moving over towards the center here, we have this cool climate control system. So on top here you have a little screen, and you have your fan speeds, as well as your air conditioning, and a switch between where you want the air to come out. And then down below we have this circular thing, and in the center there's the change for the heat, and around that there's different modes. So you have your defrosters and where you want the air to come in. And then moving over here we have this radio system. There's no infotainment, there's no touchscreen in this car, it's just a normal radio, and it's way more pushed over towards the passenger, which is good if you're in the passenger seat and you want to change the radio. It's really easy, and it's a pretty simple system. So you have, of course, your volume knob in the center here, and then you can switch through different radio controls there. Moving down below here, you have a little storage area here for an ashtray, and then there's some more storage down here, and you have no center console, but you have plenty of storage, 2 cup holders here. You have your gear shifter for the CVT transmission. There's also a sport mode, which is kind of strange. And then you have your handbrake here, and then 2 more cup holders, mainly for the rear seats. Moving over to the left here, you have your mirror controls and your button for the Econ mode, which is kind of like a eco mode, I guess. And the last thing I want to talk about is these weird air vents. So basically, you push them in, and when you close them, they're completely closed. And then you can open them up and they swivel around. It's pretty cool. Moving up top here, we have no dome lights, nothing up here, and there's no buttons or anything. And then we have these pretty cheap feeling sun visors here, and they have a mirror on the driver's side, no mirror on the passenger side. Moving over to the left here, we have good materials, so it's a nice kind of carpeted feel similar to the Prius. And then up top here, it's hard touch in this tan plastic. And all throughout the dash of the car, there's this weird plastic that has these little dots in it, and it's kind of strange. Moving over to the steering wheel, we have the 2 stalks coming out on the side here. So you have your turn signal stalk and then your wiper stalk on the right, and then the full steering wheel that has these holes in it on the bottom. It kind of looks like a compass missing the top part to it, which is a little bit weird. And moving over again to the door here, we have your window controls and your window lock controls. Let's take a look now at the back seat. Stepping into the rear seat now, it's not too exciting back here, but there's definitely a decent amount of headroom, and leg room's good. Foot space is really good under the seat. There's lots of space to put your feet under. The materials back here are pretty similar. There's this carpeted stuff on the doors, and then more hard touch plastic up top. And the back seat is surprisingly nice. The tan interior also helps with making it a lot more bright in the back here. In conclusion, the Honda Insight is a very good hybrid, but it does lack some things that the Prius has. For example, the interior does lack a lot of features, and the performance isn't as good. But if you're looking for an affordable 5-door hatchback that's also a hybrid, the Insight's an excellent choice. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. Also subscribe and check out my Instagram and my new website.